Hey, top of the morning to you. My name is Mike. This is Morning Coffee with TALTOA. We are live this morning. Yeah, whenever we don't get them in the can, we kind of do them live, and they're always kind of late, aren't they? Anyway, it is what it is. How you doing, FBTV? Well, Morning Coffee with TALTOA, FBTV, Freight Broker TV. It is Thursday, May the 11th. I hope you're doing good. Today, we are going to be talking about fuel and spot rates update for the week of May 8th, and you're going to be surprised. Sort of. Maybe. Fuel prices. If you're out there with fuel, you know what's going on. But before we get into that, let's talk about TALTOA. TALTOA, we are a training and consulting company. Let's put that up there so you can see it. There you go, right there. You can find us at TALTOA.com, TALTOA.com. We've been training and consulting transportation professionals for over 20 years. It started back in the late 90s, actually. You go to BBB, they'll say something like we've been in business 17 years or something like that, but it's been longer than that. Because we started originally as a freight broker consultancy. We had one manual that we made available online back in the late 90s. Well, maybe up through 4 or 5 years ago, maybe. We still have the manual and it's updated, but it's for our clients only. In their packages, we don't sell it online anymore. But you can get it through any of our on-demand. It's downloadable. Clients get it. Depending on the package, we ship the client our copy of the manual and the workbook for the package they choose. We have different packages available. You can go to our website. Our website is TALTOA.com. If I can get this pull up over here, I will show you what I'm talking about. There we go. Yeah, TALTOA Freight Broker Training and Consulting. Right here is the website. So when you get to this page, you know you are there. We have all kinds of packages available. Packages that include placement, essential training with placement. You can be in our mentorship program. The mentorship program, sometimes that's confusing. You're working as a broker agent. It's just through us while you're getting the ball rolling. It provides you the opportunity to get out there and start getting real life experience, as well as building your customer base. But what I'm pointing you to now, if you've been on the fence about not sure, that kind of thing, you can get into training for only $95. It's our spring special. It's our freight broker self-study. All you got to do is go to our website, scroll down to the bottom. You see, it's normally $195, and we've reduced that for spring to $95. And this package is upgradable to any of our full training and consulting packages. So let's say you get started with this package and you think, hey, man, this is exactly what I want to do. You know, I dig it. All right. You get upgrade, and that $95 you paid for the self-study, we'll apply that as a credit to whatever package you upgrade to. See what I mean? The self-study is conducted over an 11-day period, and you have access to it for a 3-month period, all the material. And during that access, you have support. We will, if you got questions about the material, questions about anything you learned while you were going through the training, we're here to help you. We call them modules. There are 6 training modules. We will drop one for you or open one up for you every other day. That's what we recommend. Even to our clients that do live training, we recommend giving yourself a day break between sessions. What that does for you is provide you the opportunity to really absorb the material and do the homework. Now, we all know you want to get through the training quick. Everybody wants to get through it quick, get out there, get in the game, right? But if you don't know what you're doing, what's the use? You know, people ask, how long before I can start making money? Everybody's different. You know, I've had clients, I've said this before, I've had clients that started making money 30 days out on their own. Literally, one client, they were making $1,000 a week within 30 days. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I always tell everybody that's the exception, not the rule. The rule, you don't know it. Everybody's going to be different. I've had other clients too. It takes them, several months before they move their first load. I've had clients 2 or 3 months later, still, they haven't moved a load. What's the difference? Why can one person go out here, start making $1,000 in 30 days, and another person go out here, and 30 days later, they're still struggling. I'll tell you right now, a lot of it is work ethic. As a freight broker or even a freight broker agent, you are self-employed. You are your own boss. You are your business. If you don't work that business, you're not going to make any money. And as a freight broker, to be able to have any chance of making any money at all, well, you've got to have customers. How do you get those customers? You've got to make the sales calls. And that's probably one of the easiest things in being a freight broker, making those sales calls. You got to get your foot in the door. Once you're in the door, it's a matter of building the relationships. Same thing with the carrier. Anyway, we get into all this in training, but right now, if you've been thinking about it, you've been on the fence, I don't know if this is really something I want to do. I don't want to spend all that money. $95. $95, you're going to learn the essentials for working as a freight broker agent day to day. If down the road you decide you want to upgrade to a full training and consulting package, of course you can. And we'll credit you the $95. All right? Check it out, TALTOA, TALTOA.com. If you have any questions, feel free to call me. 479-668-0838. I'm the lead consultant for TALTOA, if you didn't know. All right, FBTV fuel and spot rate updates for the week of May 8th. A little behind. I mean, it's Thursday, but this is pretty interesting. Diesel is down 10 cents a gallon from last week. Under $4 a gallon now, $3.92. It's still too high, way too high. Gasoline's $3.53 a gallon, down 7 cents from last week. Now, let's talk about this a minute. We know over the last couple of years, 3 years, fuel has shot up. I mean, it's just crazy numbers. You know, we got into that where it should be, what we felt like, hey, okay, now everything's kind of par for the course. Everything's cool now. Everything's all right. And then things changed all of a sudden back, 3 years ago? I don't have to connect the dots. You should know. And since then, everything has been going kind of nutty. And that's what's going on now. You know, we see, eggs. You know, when you... I'm just using that as an example, but you know what I'm talking about. You go to the store, you buy something off the shelves, inflation's nuts. And the sad thing is, there is no reason for this to be going on right now. Everything was fine. Everything was fine until. And I'm not being political here one way or the other. It's just the facts are facts. You can look it up on your own timeline. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Go to the EIA website. You can look at the fuel prices going back since they've been keeping the fuel prices. Go back 3 years ago, see what the price of fuel was. Yeah, you're going to say COVID. Yes, there was COVID. Yes, that did decrease the fuel prices a bit because the demand was low. Why do you think the demand is low or prices are going down now? Because the demand is shrinking somewhat. And why is the demand shrinking? Because the economy. And why is the economy going belly up? Well, all fingers point to the East Coast, D.C., if you get my drift. Anyway, it is what it is. We'll get through it. We will get through it. And people always say, is freight brokering, is it a good business to get into? Of course it is. There's no business that is recession-proof. There's no ands if there buts about that. But the thing is, with transportation, commercial transportation, people still have to eat. You know, I've said this before. They got to, they need clothes. They're still buying. There's things that need to be shipped, and that's what trucks are doing. They're providing the goods. You know, somebody told me a long time ago, there's a research done on this, and I'm sure that it still stands. A truck doesn't make it to a major city for 72 hours. If a major city is cut off for 72 hours from trucks getting goods, people are going to start going hungry. See what I mean? 72 hours. Anyway, spot rates from last week. Let's get into that. They're down. Van is down 0.6%. Flatbeds, no change on flatbed freight. Staying level. But this is flatbed season. I really expect it to go up. And refrigerated rates are down 0.3% as well. Spot rates from last month, van rates are down 3 cents, down to 204 per mile. Flatbed down a penny, 266 a mile. Refrigerated down 3 cents a mile, down to 238. Now, here's the thing. These are spot rates. With the spot rate, fuel surcharge is already included. A spot rate is what a broker is paying a truck to move a load from point A to point B. It's not what the customer is paying the broker. But if we look at the average fuel surcharges right now, they're going down. They've gone down about 2 or 3 cents since last week. For instance, flatbeds down to 53 cents per mile. Dry van, 45 cents per mile fuel surcharge. Refrigerated loads, 49 cents per mile. The average overall, dry van, flatbed, refrigerated, average is 49 cents per mile. So let's go back to the 204 dry van rates. 45 cents of that is considered fuel surcharge. So you take that off of there, you're down to what, $1.49? Come on, people. This is way, way too low. I mean, we all know that. Brokers know it. Trucking companies know it. Spot rates, just way too low. And the thing is, it's not, there's always going to be some brokers out there going to be taking advantage of any situation that they can get their hands on. No ands, ifs, or buts about that. Same thing with bad trucking companies. There are bad trucking companies out there. Let's agree on that one point. There are bad in everything. It doesn't matter what it is. But overall, most brokers, they can only pay according to what the customer is paying them. And the reason the customer is paying that low is simply because there are trucks out there willing to haul the freight for whatever they pay. So why go up? That's just bad business. It's just the way it is. They got to make money. Everybody's got to make money here. But yes, it's trickling down to where the truck can't make money. And the reason they're not making, or the money they were a couple of years ago anyway, is because there are people willing to haul the freight for nothing, for little to no profit. Back in 2008, 2009, there were trucking companies out there actually moving freight and losing money on every load. But in their mind, they had a cash flow going. They had money coming in. And they were blinded to the fact that the money coming in wasn't paying for the money going out. You know, it may cost them $1,500 to move this load from point A to point B, but they only got paid $1,400. You see what I mean? Yeah, they had that money coming in, but they had more going out. Got to be careful about this stuff. You got to be charging. You've got to know. You got to know your cost per mile as a truck. If you don't know your cost per mile, you're going to be losing money because you're not going to know which loads are making you money, which loads are not making you money. See what I mean? I could go on and on about this, but I'll save it for another day. We've already taken up way more time than we usually do on a morning coffee, so I'll cut out of here. But that's your fuel and spot rate update for the week of May 8th. Hopefully be talking to you in the morning, maybe 6 a.m. We got a podcast we got to get out here too, and hopefully we get that done today or tomorrow and get it posted up. Anyway, go have a great Thursday. Unless, of course, you've made other plan, make sure you check out our website, TALTOA.com. I'm serious. That $95 is going to, that's a great deal. Anyway, we'll talk tomorrow. Have a great day.